Early artificial intelligence systems process text in a strictly linear direction. The computer would read a sentence exactly the way a typewriter prints it, moving rigidly from left to right, one single word at a time. Imagine trying to read a complex mystery novel while looking through a narrow paper tube. You can guess what the very next word might be, but you are completely blind to the bigger picture. Because of this limitation, early AI was highly effective at mechanically translating individual words, but it consistently failed to grasp human intent, detect sarcasm, or understand complex context. In 2018, Google researchers Jacob Devlin, Ming-Wei Chang, Kenton Lee, and Christina Tautanova published a paper that broke this linear constraint. To actually be useful, machines needed to read the way humans do, absorbing the full context of a sentence all at once. The researchers introduced BERT, which stands for Bidirectional Encoder Representations from Transformers. Unlike older models, BERT reads text bidirectionally, processing both the left and right context of a word at the exact same time. They achieved this through a training method called masked language modeling, or MLM. MLM is a technique where random words in a text are hidden, and the system is forced to predict what they are. This diagram shows the problem with early models. If a system reads, "The man went to the blank," the missing word is ambiguous. It could be store, park, or doctor. But seeing the right side, "to deposit his money," makes the correct word instantly obvious. BERT was pre-trained by playing this exact fill-in-the-blank game millions of times across massive datasets of unlabeled text. By forcing the system to look in both directions simultaneously, BERT moved past blindly guessing the next word in a sequence and began to understand the surrounding context. The engine making this bidirectional reading possible is a network architecture known as a transformer. Older models fed words linearly. Transformers process entire sequences simultaneously. Inside, an encoder maps how strongly each word relates to others, converting text into numerical representations that capture complex relationships and weights. However, mapping individual words only gave the model a local vocabulary. Human communication relies on the flow of complete ideas from one sentence to the next. To solve this, the researchers added a second exercise called Next Sentence Prediction, or NSP. In NSP, BERT is given two sentences and must determine if the second one logically follows the first. Masked language modeling mapped the internal vocabulary of a sentence, while Next Sentence Prediction mapped the logical flow between them. Combined, they gave BERT a structural grasp of human language. When the paper was published, BERT overtook the top AI performance metrics across the board. This chart shows the massive leap in the model's test scores. BERT pushed the GLUE benchmark to 80.5% and scored a 93.2 on the SQUAD V1.1 reading comprehension test. GLUE and SQUAD are standardized exams researchers use to evaluate how well AI processes language. In total, the model set new top scores on 11 separate natural language processing tasks at the exact same time. Google rapidly integrated the model directly into its core search product. Instead of simply matching the specific keywords typed into a search bar, the engine used the surrounding prepositions and context clues to interpret the actual intent behind a query. The results across these 11 benchmarks proved that training a model deeply and bidirectionally on massive datasets was the most effective way to process language. The groundbreaking 2018 research paper provided the exact architectural blueprint for the large language models we use today.